Hi, this is Ruby Ebony Curls, and today I am doing little mini box braids on my natural hair. Actually, this is day 2. I started these yesterday and did just enough to be able to put it up into a ponytail and wore it like that to church, and I'm just finishing up tonight, and I have this little bit left to go. Um, Basically what I did with my hair is I washed it, deep conditioned it, put in some of my leave-in and braided it up. I let it air dry in braids, and now I'm just taking it out. I started out, this is the first time I ever braided my natural hair like this, and they're pretty small. I didn't start off thinking I was going to do them this small, but I started in the back of my head, and then by the time I got to the front, I realized I did them this small. I plan to keep them in for a while, so I don't mind the fact that they are very small. When I first started braiding, I wasn't using anything on my hair. And then I feel like I wanted to put something in it just to give it a little bit of a hold in the braid. So I started using this little sample that I got of organic smooth and hold pudding. Start using that, and it's a very small bottle, so I was using just a dab of it on the hair as I was braiding. It's like the little sample size. And then I switched over to using some of my shea butter mix, which this is just shea butter with different oils that I put in there and blended it until it was nice and soft. When I did the back, which I did off screen, because I started it yesterday and I didn't even think about recording it. But when I did the back, I just take my finger when I part to make a line as neat as possible, and then try to make a neat line with my finger, and then I take a comb, one of these combs, and kind of go over it to try to refine the line, and I just kind of feel it to see if it's neat. I don't really know how neat they are, but I figure they're so small that it doesn't really matter if they're not perfect. Like, I don't really care if they're not super neat, because when I put it up in a ponytail, which is how I'm going to be wearing it, I don't think you can really tell, and like, I don't think it really matters. And then when I leave it down, it definitely doesn't matter. I really focus on my front being neat, and my back, it is what it is. When I was younger and I used to braid my hair with synthetic hair, I would get 2 mirrors and do the parting and try to have it neat. I don't care now. So I'll kind of show you what I do to part. Is I just take my hand, my finger, and separate some hair about the thickness that I want it to be. That's how I do the back too. Of course, I can't see, so I just try to hope that I didn't blow dry my hair. I just air dried it in braids, so it's detangled because I detangled it, in the shower, but it's not completely, like, I just can't run my fingers through it. It's not blow dry. Then once I get a part, I kind of, just neaten the part up by just taking the comb and separating it to make it just a little bit neater. I'm sorry, I'm looking in the mirror. That's if you can't see what I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Then I just take my comb and try to make the line that I made with my finger a little bit neater. Sometimes I'll use this point of the comb, like on the front of my hair, if I want it to be really neat. Right? And I guess that's pretty good, right? Clip the other hair out the way. I'm gonna take some of my shea butter mix. It's about that much on the tips of my fingers. Rub it together and just kind of run it down with my hands. So this has. Now, what I usually do is for my parting, I do the same thing. I part with my pinky finger. unless I feel like it's not neat. So I part, take a hair clip, clip the part over to the side, part, and I just part with my finger. And so take the hair, clip that over to the side, part, and part this one just a little bit more. Take this, flip it over to the side. So I clip all my little parts over to the side so that they're already parted for me. So like if I'm watching a movie or something, I don't have to keep looking away from the screen. And then I take my shea butter, run it down the length. I take the comb. I don't do this for all of it, but this one is not. I'm going to do it because it seems a little bit tangled. I just kind of go through and lightly comb through with the fine tooth comb. And just begin to braid. Now, one thing I would say, as you're braiding, you don't want to just keep braiding, keep braiding, keep braiding. You need to stop every once in a while, separate the hair, because as you're braiding, the hair at the bottom is getting tangly. Hi, this is Ruby Ebony Curls, and this is the next morning, and my whole head is complete. And I just got done co-washing it this morning in the shower, and I'm just gonna take some of my leave-in conditioner and rub it through. After I've used my leave-in, I'm gonna put a little bit of my shea butter mix on my ends. Like about this much, and just take some and rub it through my hands to help the hair from getting fuzzy. And then, just to help keep the curl on the end, I'm going to put just a little bit of Eco Styler on the ends to keep frizz and down, and to keep it curly. And now I'm just gonna let it air dry with a t-shirt. If you've seen any of the plopping videos, I'm gonna just do that with this to help the curls at the end, cute little curls at the end. Okay, I'll come back and show you how it looks when it's completely dry. Hi, this is Ruby Ebony Curls, and I just want to show you the finished result of my mini twists. And they are very small. I'm gonna keep them in for a while, so I'm just gonna not think about the takedown for now. And this is basically how I wore it today, with little rubber band on it. But this is how it looks when it's all down. And I like them better than I like these braids better than if I had done it with some type of hair added in, because it's light. And I have a small head, so I feel like when I have a lot of hair on it, it makes my head heavy. It's light. It's airy. So this is the end result. I'm looking a little, I got a little issues going on in here, but this is the end results, and I hope you enjoy, and I will keep you updated. Oh, let me show you the back. Bye.